Hello and welcome to the Black Cat Bushcraft channel. Today I wanted to share a quick tip for a piece of gear that I've been carrying in my pack with me lately. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's something that I find that I use almost every time I come out. Stick with me, let's take a look. Alright, so what I have here is a 100% cotton large pillowcase. And I bought this from a local department store on a sale aisle. I didn't think much about it and I threw it in my pack. And ever since I've had this in my pack, when I walk in the woods, just about every time I come out here, I find a purpose for this. One of the most obvious things is it can kind of substitute for a 55-gallon drum liner. A lot of times we carry drum liners and we use that to collect our fire lace, our material for the fire lace, such as kindling and tinder and stuff like that. But sometimes those bags can be a little bit large if you don't need all that material. And this one seems to be perfect size. If I fill this up nice and full with kindling, it seems just enough to get a fire lace started in my camp. You can also use this thing collecting like tulip poplar bark or cedar bark, things that you're going to use for your tinder material. Instead of stuffing that stuff down in your haversack and getting your gear all dirty or wet with that, this just gives you a dedicated sack to stuff that material in. Once you're in your camp, you can use this for collecting things like wild edibles or materials that you're going to use to craft things out in your camp. Another thing that I think is really useful for is once you're in your camp, you can stuff this case up with like dry pine straw or leaf litter and make an excellent seat cushion that you can use, or even a pillow if needed. You could also use some of your softer pieces in your kit, such as maybe a poncho or extra clothing, and stuff this thing down and give yourself a nice cushion or pillow as well. Another thing is thinking about emergencies. What do we use 100% cotton for? Well, if it had to be, I could cut some strips out of the top of this bag, still keeping my bag intact, and use that for emergency char because it is 100% cotton. I could also use this as improvised bandage material. I can use it as a compress in case I got wounded and I was bleeding. I can use this to apply pressure. And if I had to splint or something like that, this could just be extra padding material that I could use in those splints. Also, you could use it for a pre-filter, getting debris out of, if you were pouring water into your bottle or something like that, you could use this to kind of keep the debris out. You could always cut it down and make a 3-stage water filter if you wanted to do that. I can just see a whole lot of uses for this because of the size of it. It lends itself to some possibilities that other smaller cotton cloth might not. For example, maybe I cut a long strip out of this thing. Now I can improvise a pretty decent length of cordage if I needed to do that. So this thing just offers 101 uses, costs very little, widely available, takes up very little space in your pack, and it can do a lot for you. So I thought I'd throw that tip out there. I hope that you guys will enjoy this. I hope that this will be something that will benefit you. I hope to be talking to you with another video again as soon as possible. And until the next one, take care and God bless.